Okay. There is a risk this might happen. Especially with us waging war on this ISP. There is a risk.
We're killing zombies,
Welcome back, Yuppie.
Ah, hello. Sounds like goblins back.
Is your internet back alive now?
Yes, essentially.
For the time being.
Gotta love it. So, I was wondering why, because I was asking you a question and I wasn't getting an answer, Keshi, and the reason why is because my internet cut out. My question was, on what channel at what time is this Japan program?
Half past 6 on Saturday evening.
On which channel?
ITV.
ITV, thank you very much. Chances are I'll probably be working,
Television.
but if I'm not, I will make sure to watch it.
I think it's an 8-part series, I think, so...
Ooh, 8 parts.
Yeah, it's just showing all madcap Japanese TV things.
I'd love to watch this, but unfortunately I don't have Freeview. All I have is this old-fashioned 90s boob tube telly.
Well, Sushi. Sushi, douchey, sunshiny, bunny whiny. Do you live at a household where there is a TV license fee paid?
Yes, the parents pay it.
Then perhaps you may be interested in the myriad of on-demand services that allow you to watch programs over the internet.
I know of them. I just couldn't be bothered to use them.
Because TV's mostly shit, right? Yeah, I get you.
I heard Australian internet is worse.
I have heard.
Yes.
Australian internet is not very good. I actually watched a Australian live streamer. He didn't play a video game, but normally he reviews movies, and he talked about how Australian internet is crap, and because of that, I asked him if Blockbuster is still alive in Australia, like it is in Alaska.
It's also live in Mexico.
Oh, cool! You lucky Mexicans! You still get Blockbusters. And
I know it still exists because of the Falco amiibo.
Ah, yes. Blockbuster exclusive, was it?
It's a Blockbuster exclusive.
Sounds cool. I guess.
Does anyone know the way to Blockbuster? Yeah, you gotta go to Mexico. Da-dan, 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 da-dan. Health increased. Awesome.
I feel bad for the Toys R Us exclusive amiibo because that store is dead now.
Yeah. Rest in peace, Toys R Us.
Thankfully, I got a Wind Waker Ganon figure from it before it shut down.
Well, they were Toys R Us exclusive. I'm sure they'll be made available somewhere else now.
eBay.
Although I'm
eBay.
sad that Toys R Us is gone.
Vastly inflated prices.
Despite that, Toys R Us have been selling quite a lot of junk. I have been taking quick trips to Toys R Us, and Toys R Us, I find myself buying absolutely nothing because they're just, well,
all the good stuff will have been picked clean.
Power Rangers toy line were the only interesting things for me in Toys R Us, but the problem is they were expensive, and at the time I didn't have very much money. I would have loved to have had a Legacy Megazord, or a Legacy Dragozord, or a Legacy Morpher, but I just didn't have enough money.
And a Legazord.
And the Toys R Us I went to, mostly there was nothing to buy except for Skylanders and like 2 Rio amiibos, and nothing else was really interesting to me.
Yeah. I'm not really interested in amiibos, but I do know that they are popular. Toys R Us mostly either sold junk. A lot of Power Rangers toys from recent years were really, really crap. They look better inside the packaging, but when you would take them out, they just look like a slab of plastic. And they don't even look very well show accurate. Like, for example, they don't look very much like they did in the TV show.
Shovelware in toy form?
Yeah, you could say that.
Yeah.
And
it'll be a
that,
cheap cast and it will be poorly painted. And it won't have a lot of detail.
And apart from that, there's also stuff that isn't really for me anyway. For example, baby dolls and
Incredibles merchandise.
I'm not really interested in Incredibles either. Key machines. So art equipment, but for younger children, and I don't really have much use for any of that stuff. And yeah, trips to Toys R Us weren't as exciting as when I was a kid. But
If I were a child, I was about to sing a different shop slogan, and then I realised it was the wrong shop.
Toys R Us, it's a shame that they're gone now. Never mind, we still have
subtracts you from the internet.
It sure does.
Yes, that's exactly what they do. Whee! What's Forbidden Planet?
Swoosh. Swoosh right in.
Swish, swoosh, I'm now a douche.
You know, what would have been really cool is, if, not a PS4 game, but if, this supported the PSVR helmets, what would have been cool is you could have, went down that slide, in third person while wearing the helmet. To make you feel like you were actually going down a real water slide.
I don't know, I feel like that would just make me feel sick.
And it would be kind of a waste of time to add that in anyway, since the game is, what, 8 years old at this point?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh. Let's drop something I don't need. Fish.
Wait, no, it'll be 9 years old.
Right, when she says she needs a drink, hopefully coffee will do. There we go.
Or you could get her a bottle of Pepsi Max.
Lynette's Passage. Oh, I'm not worthy. Oh, a secret passage to get around the mall faster. Oh, that wasn't what I was thinking.
This way.
Oh, I see. She can't move very fast because her skin's all burned and shit. Look, why can't I just carry her?
You could just see her getting cornered by a bunch of zombies as she slowly walks as if nothing is happening at all.
Bad enough because trying to kill the zombies around her... You know what? Yeah, I'm going to lift her. It will let me carry her. Oh my god. It wouldn't let me do that straight away.
Make sure they don't defect.
Yeah. That's the worst part, is when you accidentally hurt someone and then they go, well, fuck it. It's like, well, it's not my fault!
All the zombies were around you, and I had no choice but to hurt you in order to get to them.
Annette's passage.
Hopefully,
where is it?
guy isn't god awful
Brand new you.
in this game.
The what? Sorry, the AI.
Yeah,
It's been a lot worse in the past.
awful in this one.
It's been a lot worse in Dead Rising, especially in the first
know.
game.
Hell when you're trying to save all the survivors for that one achievement.
Yeah. Oh God.
All you get is a police
remind
hat
me
for it.
of the first Dead Rising game and those achievements, and all that effort for 20G every time. Depressing.
I didn't even consider it worth my time. I literally made a stream and I killed all the survivors because I was so tired of it.
I've killed one survivor so far. There was a guy who needed Zombrex, and I'm like, well, I don't need that guy with me. He's a liability, so I killed him. And then the guy I was carrying around with me was like, hey, you rescued me, have some Zombrex. It's like, well, shit.
You can't write that, can you?
Oh God, I can't put a shortcut down for Kate. Look, right, give Katie Zombrex. You should be up. Yeah, I can mark it as my mission, but it won't put a shortcut down. It's annoying. I just want a little arrow to point me back to the safe house. Is that too much to ask for? Apparently so.
I could have sworn there was an arrow for the Zombrex thing.
Give Katie Zombrex. No.
I mean, for the give Katie Zombrex.
No. I wish there was.
It must be a case of the Mandela effect.
Yeah. Well, there are many things I could have sworn happened in this game, and they haven't happened yet. But maybe that's because I'm remembering having played this game before. I've never beaten Dead Rising 2. This is why I'm playing it. Miauskevich, Image Flexion Cartoons, he said to me the other day, well, how many games have you beaten? And I stopped and thought about it, and I really haven't beaten that many games. Like, I've played loads.
Thought you did.
I've played loads, but I've never really beaten that many.
Beat, for example, Neptunia?
Nope, never beat Neptunia. I've started like 3 different Neptunia games and I haven't beaten any of them.
So, are they still to this very day, like, halfway complete?
Well, I wouldn't even think halfway, to be honest. Barely that.
Have you still not completed the Naruto Ultimate Ninja Storm games?
I've fully completed Ultimate Ninja Storm 2.
100%.
Well, no, I don't count 100% as fully completed in that game, because you'd have to be a fucking maniac to get 100% in that game. I've got all the achievements, which is what matters.
What was the name of that one game with Boomer the dog?
Boomer the dog. Let me think.
Awesome Boomer.
Far Cry 5.
Spots.
Far Cry 5. You gonna ask me, did I beat Far Cry 5?
Far Cry 5. Okay.
I did not beat Far Cry 5.
Yeah, did you complete Far Cry 5?
No, I did not beat Far Cry 5.
Okay.
I'd like to play Left 4 Dead 2 with you guys.
Left 4 Dead 2 would be fun. I know that Image Flexion would be up for that.
I don't own this game, and I probably don't even know how to play it.
Left 4 Dead 2's badass.
Yeah, it's
So
a really
good.
good game.
Yeah. As far as multiplayer cooperative games go, I consider it one of the finest.
Although the voting system is really outdated at this point.
How does it work?
You know, you just vote to kick people.
All right.
You can't really state a reason why you're kicking them out, and people joining games just to kill other players.
Oh, so if they're like watching a stream or something, they'd join your game and then sort of mass kick you out of your game or whatever. Like grief you.
That too. That happened to me with Realism Versus. I even had to set on a private game, and they still were able to join and kick us out.
Fucking hell.
So far, I had no answer about what the hell happened for that to happen at all. All I know is I blocked them and they still joined.
Crazy.
Yeah. And Left 4 Dead 3.
I would love a Left 4 Dead 3, but Valve would have to learn how to. Here it comes. It's so funny. Count to 3. Alright, I'm good.
ERB, I have a bit of a stupid question for you.
There are no stupid questions, just stupid people. Go on.
Did you complete Sonic the Fighters?
Well, technically, beating the game once considers finishing it. It's considered finishing it. Arcade games typically are a one and done thing.
Yeah.
Fighters, and after that, I just stopped playing it.
Oh. I know that Tekken 3 is an arcade game, but it does have unlockable characters.
Yes.
But once I unlocked all the characters, I considered that I completed the game.
Yes, that is one way to look at it. After all, the save file itself will have a number and the words left, L-E-F-T, exclamation mark, on your save file. So 20 left, or 12 left, or 5 left, for how many characters you've left to unlock.
Sonic the Fighters had characters, which it doesn't.
No, it doesn't.
I guess it would be considered as a completable game.
Yeah, I would say if you've beaten the arcade mode once, you've beaten Sonic the Fighters, I would say.
Even if you only play as one character.
Yeah, even if you only play as one character.
Play Sonic the Fighters, I only play as Sonic.
I play as Honey.
Because there are some other interesting characters like Bean the Duck.
Did you die in this game yet?
Yes, I had to reload once.
Oh. Yawn.
Oh, I never. Oh.
It's been expecting me.
Yeah, I didn't die in Sonic the Fighters.
But it's good you finally made it. It's true what they say.
I love the soundtrack of this game.
It is a very nice soundtrack. I'm
can't even
quite
hear it.
fond of the voice acting myself.
Original, exotic, and fresh.
Yeah, we can't even hear the... Oh, that's because I turned off the live stream. Not the live stream. The audio.
Well, that's because you'll hear yourself and you'll hear me if you have it on, and then it'll be like...
I still have the live stream on, but usually I either keep it on mute or I keep the live stream volume like really, really down. Currently, I've got it turned really, really down, just so I can hear what ERP says that Discord doesn't pick up. I heard a motorbike in the background.
Yeah, well, I got the window open. If I didn't, I would die right now.
Yeah, good point, because boiling hot, even though it shouldn't be boiling hot, because it's dark, is it not?
Yeah, it's dark, but it's still fucking hot. Especially in my bedroom because of all the tech and shit. Not tech and shit like Tekken, King of Iron Fist, but tech and shit like TECH.
Yeah, I know what you mean. It's really
like
strange.
checking in Smash
And
Bros.
also annoying too, because during the middle of the night, that's the only times when it's cool and easier for me to breathe.
He just fell
Oh.
through the earth. Antoine just fell through the ground.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Oh, that's like the easiest I've seen someone beaten.
Well, I've leveled up a little bit, and I had the laser sword, so I just sort of
In the
wailed on him.
fryer he
Cooking
goes.
himself.
He's gonna taste so good.
Finger licking good.
Let's rescue the girl.
How? That's a terrible death to have, though.
Very painful, yeah.
So, which console is this on? Xbox 360?
PC.
Oh, Jasper. Well,
It's PC.
you don't trust me, huh? That's okay. I got some fiery justice. No, we'll just leave her there.
Is this on Xbox 360 or PS3?
PC,
It's PC.
Steam.
Oh, yeah, but
you
is
know
this
this.
also on Xbox 360?
Oh, yeah,
and on PS3?
Xbox 360 and PS3 originally, then PC, then Xbox One and PS4.
Okay. Because if I get either one of those two consoles, when I get my Mega Drive collection, I might buy this game sometime too, because it looks cool.
It is fun. It's very old-fashioned in the way it's put together. Everything that's here is here for fun, and that's what I like about it.
I can't believe I this was during a time when I lost interest in modern video games, but this game was just a game I ended up missing out on.
Dead Rising 4, more like Trash Rising 4.
Yeah, fuck Dead Rising 4. I tried to enjoy it, I really did, but just I couldn't get into it. I haven't played 3 yet.
Really?
I hear that 3 is a bit polarizing, and that the PC
I wanna
port
play
isn't
3.
amazing, but I'm gonna give it a shot. Eventually, it is on my list of games to beat. I do have it installed. I just haven't got round to playing it.
Dead Rising 3 literally is unoptimized, and it
Yeah.
can't even run at a full 60 frames per second.
Yeah, even if you've got a good machine, it cannot.
Especially for 2013.
I remember when it came out, Turtle Biscuit, God rest his soul, was very scathing in his review of that port. Because he had a really good computer and just the game ran like trash. And there was really no excuse for it.
Probably badly coded.
Yeah, they probably took the whole game as it was on Xbox One and then just moved it over without taking into account changes in the architecture. Sure, they'll be subtle and small, but they'll be there. And they'll cause issues in the long run.
They probably did like the bare minimum just to get working on the PC.
Yeah, probably releasing it on PC for the sake of getting it out, not necessarily caring too much about making sure it was perfect. Is that maintenance or is that
I
save
refuse to get Dead
maintenance?
Rising 4 unless someone gets it for me.
Yeah, I had it on Xbox One. I had an Xbox One. I sold my Xbox One and I sold Dead Rising 4 with it. I know it's on Steam now, but apparently it's a really bad port. And also, of course, it's Dead Rising 4 and it's garbage, but...
get round to making a Dead Rising 5?
Not yet. If it's anything like Dead Rising 4, they should not bother.
Fine.
They would be better off just
if they
putting a
do,
turd in a
hopefully
jewel
it'll be
case and selling it.
Dead Rising 4.
What was that?
I hope that Dead Rising will come back.
Hopefully, in a good form.
Oh,
Yeah.
this way.
I don't mind seeing a Dead Rising 1 remake.
Well, yeah,
with,
that's
like every character.
that's what I'm thinking. Like, remake
And
Dead
multiplayer.
Rising 1 and just, like, completely
the
polish
voice
it off
acting.
and fix everything. So build it from, sort of like from the ground up. If you've got the engine for 4, you might as well use it.
Just make sure it didn't look like crappy polygonal trash like the 4th game was.
Yeah. I think maybe they were just trying to like
Liberalize it.
evoke the same low poly sort of last generation look that the Dead Rising games have always had. Like Dead Rising 1 looked like it was on PS2. You know, that sort of thing. Like maybe they were trying to evoke that, but I mean, I'd have much rather that the game looked good and ran well, and neither are true in regards to Dead Rising 4.
In Dead Rising 2, when you kill the zombies, they turn low polygon.
Yes.
Remember, she's not hungry, Grandma.
She might be hungry now. It's been an hour.
Hearing a conversation in the background.
Okay, one of my least favorite boss battles. Here we go.
Just go do my push to.
You.
Is one creepy ass face.
Yeah,
and
this guy is terrifying. He's very dangerous.
Goblin disappeared for a bit. Welcome back, Goblin.
I'm Slappy. Everyone knows Slappy.
Oh, this face, this grinning face. He could appear in a Colgate advert. He could use a giant toothbrush to demonstrate cleaning his teeth.
Don't believe everything you see on TV.
He could just get a sponsor from Colgate.
Could also put people off buying Colgate products with a grin like this.
Hello, kids. Buy my toothpaste.
I don't know, I miss Dr. Rabbit. I just want him back. Hello, I'm Dr.
Hey.
Rabbit. The world's only rabbit. Rabbit.
Dr. Rabbit's the mascot of Colgate.
Yes. Dr. Rabbit.
We were gonna go on a date tonight.
Dang, Nabbit.
You loved me for who I am. But now,
Oh, Slappy's lost it.
She loved me for who I am.
because of you, the zombies here.
42% off.
So clearly he's wearing a mask, but he's behaving like it's his actual.
He's not
face
wearing a
or
mask. That
something.
is Slappy. Everyone knows Slappy. He's off
Did you
the
know that you
TV.
could actually get the textures for Slappy's real face inside the game?
What, like the guy
yeah.
underneath the mask?
Yep.
Oh,
Oh,
It's on the cutting room floor.
that's cool.
oh, I
There's
might
also
have a look
unused,
at that because
Power
I'm
Man costumes.
I'm curious about how he actually looks. Anyway, I hate this battle so much. I might need to get a gun.
So it's probably cliche, but I think it would be really cool if Minami Momochi appeared in this game, just so we could watch her fight with Slappy. Very, very Slappy.
Yeah, I need to bring a weapon or two with me, something decent, into this fight, because there's no way I can handle him without it. His flamethrower is too strong. It takes off a square of my health every time I'm hit.
Believe it or not, Slappy under his mask pretty much like looks the same, except you know it's actual human face.
Wow, really?
Is
Yep.
that to add to the creepiness of it?
At least now I know that
Oh, no.
underneath he's the same guy, essentially. That maybe he's
You
not
can
so
look
crazy.
at it on the
On
you look at it
TCRF.
on the cutting room floor website
Mm.
because it shows his face on there.
I do love TCRF. I do
Yep.
do visit it a lot. It is a good website in it.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
I need a gun. Where can I get a
Yeah, I
gun?
noticed ERB visited a DVD shop in the game earlier.
Oh, there's a shotgun behind the counter up here, I remember.
I'll be right back. I'll
Da
be
da
right
da
back.
da 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 da.
I'll be right back. I'm gonna get myself a sandwich.
I'll be
I'll
right
be right
back. I'll be right back. I'll be right back.
There's called text in the Dead Rising 2 code, but it's not seen in the final game.
What does it say?
Basically, it's what you see in Off the Record when she calls you.
Oh, so they actually reused stuff that they were going to use originally.
Yep. Like the Power Man suit or whatever that was in Off the Record.
Proto Man. I have a shotgun. I might be better.
There's an ending E in the game, but there's no cutscene data for it. But it's present
Interesting.
in Off the
So
Record.
maybe they had another ending in mind and then didn't go ahead and put it together.
Yeah.
Maybe an ending for if Katie dies, because as far as I know, it's just like, oh, you have to restart or continue playing and don't get any more story. So maybe there was like an
Apparently
ending.
there might be a zombie version of Slappy's girlfriend in the code. It just like says Z girlfriend or something.
Ah.
I'll read it off again.
That's interesting. Right, okay, another shot at Slappy this time.
Apparently Stacy has 3 unused models.
Stacy Forsyth, the leader
Yep.
of Cure. Yeah.
And Rebecca has 2 models, her cutscene model and the one that you see in game. And apparently they're inconsistent with each other.
Oh. That's curious. Makes you wonder why they're inconsistent.
There's a 4th model for TK, but apparently it isn't used in game.
A 4th model for TK. I didn't even realize he had 3.
It's for the ones where he has bandages and his outfit that you see at the start of the game.
Ah. I keep forgetting that every cutscene is in real time, so they have to have character models for all those things.
And the 3rd one is just him with his coat on and the bandages.
Oh god, I'm dead.
There was a cutscene too, and it was fully finished, but they didn't put it in the game. They probably forgot to code it in, I guess.
Oh. They'd have to be pretty sure they don't want it if they've gone to the effort of making it. And they're still not put it in.
There's a cutscene called 010_outbreak, and it has very early dialogue. It might have been dialogue from that leather jacket guy. Leather jacket zombie
Liam.
that was trying to kill you at the start.
Liam something, I think.
The one with the Letterman coat.
Yeah.
For some reason, they didn't mention the Power Man suits. They're unused in Dead Rising 2. You could literally find it on the forums.
Oh.
On the forums, because I think it was Stippo who found those.
I'm gonna sound stupid when I say this, but like, I didn't realize there was a Dead Rising community. Then when you think about it, there's a community for everything.
Yeah. Believe it or not, the 7-year-old laptop I use could actually run Dead Rising 1, but only at like 15 frames per second.
What, the PC port?
Yep.
Oh. Getting my ass kicked. There's nowhere to heal around here. I've already had all the healing items and they made me fucking drunk as well. I swear I take like double damage or some shit. Because I'm getting my ass handed to me. Just hoping he can like glitch on a wall or something. So I can get him from like a wall.
You know about the survivor Lulu in the safe room, right?
The survivor Lulu in the safe room.
Yeah, the one with the Playgirl outfit.
Oh right, yeah.
Apparently, she was supposed to take the place as Randall's wife in the game.
Randall.
But they replaced it with another one.
The guy with the gun early on. You save him and his woman from outside. Yeah, I've rescued him and his wife.
No, not that guy. I'm talking about Randy, the guy in the BDSM suit.
Oh.
And the chainsaw.
Guy in a BDSM suit and a chainsaw. I don't remember that.
Well, it's in the game.
Oh god. I'm dying. This is what it's like to be unprepared.
And I played so many times at level 50 that I forgot how hard it is to play on level 1.
Yeah, level 1 is brutal. You're not meant to be able to beat the game all the way through from starting at 1. You're not really meant to. That's the only thing I hate about Dead Rising, is it gets easier the more time you put into it. Which means you have to go back and restart the story so many times. Otherwise it's hard to get through. If only you had a helper. Is that right, Tack? Well, you're gonna grab it on PC then. Help a brother out. Tack.
Interesting.
Right,
There's an unused flare in the game.
Flare?
And a 9-iron. Yep.
I wonder what the flare. I wonder what the flare would be used for, because it wouldn't be an offensive item. Unless they would expect you to mix it with something.
I guess it would probably be like the fireworks, except it would basically be like the fireworks, I guess.
Oh, maybe they replaced the flare with the fireworks then. That would make sense.
Yeah. For some reason, there isn't an unused, there isn't a TCRF page on Dead Rising 1. And there's a lot of beta content for Dead Rising 1. Like,
yeah, I was about to say,
weapons, like
surely
a
there's a
rocket
lot of
launcher.
stuff.
I found out about it because of Stippo's channel.
Maybe
He
I
was
should.
able to get the betas off of eBay.
Maybe I should give this guy a sub because it sounds interesting.
He's definitely worth checking out.
Is he by any chance the person who did the debug camera for the game, or was that somebody else?
I honestly don't know.
Because I remember watching the Boundary Break on Dead Rising, and there was some like free camera that someone in the community developed.
Oh, he has a modded 360. It's basically just an Xbox development kit. Oh yeah, that is Stippo. He worked on that one, the Boundary Break.
Ah, yeah, that's what I thought, because the name sounded familiar. That makes a lot of sense.
I'm really disappointed in the Dead Rising 1 page for TCRF. Cause like literally it's just
Is there a
the differences in the Japan
is
version
there a
and the
talk
English
tab
version.
at the is there a talk tab at the top of the screen? Because they might have been looking at stuff to put on the page and even put some basic formatting in, but they might not have added it yet.
Yeah. So far they only have the Japanese versions differences, and they don't
Oh.
have anything else on there. And that's really lame.
What kind of things are different for the Japanese version then?
No blood and gore. No dismemberment.
No gore at all.
I mean, there's probably like a low amount of gore, but no dismemberment.
Oh, boring.
Same with Resident Evil 4 and the chainsaw scene.
Boring. That's totes boring.
The soldiers also have a health bar, but it's not unfinished, but it's there. But they have no name on the health bar. It's just examine.
Oh, this worked out a bit better. Getting the guns out of the bank vault area.
In the files of one of the beta versions, you could actually find the TGS build models in it.
Oh, the different models from the early screenshots. The screenshots that they even put up
Yeah.
on the Xbox store. Oh man, if we could get those for like XNA Lara and Gmod. Ooh, I'd be interested in that.
Trust me, just give Stippo a look, because he has a lot of good beta content in the for the game. I'll link the channel in the general.
Yes, please, that would be awesome. Oh dear. Need to turn my fridge down again. There's a little bit of ice in my bottle. See, Tak just said something interesting. I wasn't even aware that... Oh, my bad. That Japan had an import culture for versions of games from, like, the USA and Europe, but Now
But
that's
Dead
something
Rising
I've learned
1
existed.
was developed in Japan.
It was developed in Japan, but they released it censored in Japan.
But they pretty much just cut themselves out of the full content anyway.
That doesn't make any sense.
I agree. Thankfully, the US version wasn't censored. I like to see the gore in all of its beauty.
I almost installed a mod that increases the amount of gore, but I chose against it, because I'm happy with the amount of gore that's in this game to begin with.
I can't really mod my PS4 versions. Plus, I'm pretty sure my mom would frown upon me modding a PS4.
I had an opportunity to mod my PS4, but I ultimately decided not to, because I use PlayStation Plus. It just didn't make sense to me to lock myself out of that when it's something I use. I guess I should go to the source then.
Now, I wish that the TGS and the Xbox Summit build of Dead Rising 1 would come out. Stippo would probably, like, have a frickin' orgasm over that.
Yeah.
Because he loves analyzing this game. He really loves it like I do. If more than I do.
Oh, someone dropped out.
Keshi did.
Alright. Probably due to inactivity. Oh man,
I've heard
Tack,
that,
that's fucking awful. They took it away.
Yeah.
That's just not fair.
That sucks. So you'd pay for a US version of a product and then you don't get it because of the stuff that's in it. That really sucks. Paying for it and then you probably don't get that money back.
Yeah. Well, I'm just more concerned, you know, from a censorship point of view. It bothers me that they just don't want you at all to experience that content. What, do they think it's going to turn you into a madman mass murderer? If anything, when the inevitable zombie outbreak happens, you'll be more prepared to deal with it, right?
Yeah. But no one can truly be prepared for a zombie outbreak.
No. And of course we don't know whether it's going to be Dawn of the Dead zombies or Rage zombies. I mean, if it's Rage zombies, we're pretty much all fucked.
Or Dawn of the Dead remake zombies.
Oh. Oh no.
Those ones suck.
And that film, I hated it so much because of the zombie baby. I am so opposed to the existence of the zombie baby. I hated it.
I'm more appalled by seeing a Russian fat lady zombie giving birth to another one.
Mm.
In fact, it's weird to think that
Hey,
when a
guys.
woman turns into a zombie
Sushi.
while she's pregnant and gives birth during that, would the baby actually be a zombie, or would they have a chance to be a human?
I think the baby would be a zombie, yes. Because the baby is getting fed all the nutrients from the lady's body. So if the lady is carrying the virus, then no doubt the baby would be infected too.
Also,
And that would suck.
usually, when people get turned into zombies, is because they've been previously bitten by a zombie.
Or they've been infected by something. Like, literally, it could just be the water, too.
I think, when the zombie bites you, the zombie's saliva and DNA gets into the cuts from the zombie's teeth, and it goes into your bloods and into your body, and it
That too.
basically turns you into a zombie.
It would be nice if they just rebooted Dead Rising entirely.
Yeah, probably due to the negativity of Dead Rising 4 that I've just learnt.
That was a travesty.
I hate it so much. It's just not Dead Rising.
And that ruined Frank West.
Turned him into a loudmouth prick. Like, I understand that Frank West is meant to be, you know, a bit of a jerk, and that's funny. But he's not a fucking wisecracking Duke Nukem-esque, you know, talking all the fucking time, motherfucker.
Look at me, guys. I'm like Roger Craig Smith Sonic. Trying to sound like a 30-year-old trying to be cool with the cool kids.
And then the predictable jokes, like the guy with how did that get on here? Scrolling past all the photos of naked men, and you're just like, oh, it's just such poor writing. Hated it so much. It just didn't feel like Dead Rising as well. It didn't feel like Dead Rising to Control. There's a certain level of jank that you expect, and that game doesn't have it. The game needs to be janky to be Dead Rising.
And they have, like, separate inventory slots for food and weapons?
Yeah.
What? It was all about managing your inventory.
Yeah, do I want to carry...
separate...
Do I want to carry health but have less weapons, or do I want to stock up on weapons and maybe find myself in a tight spot later? It was clever. To really manage.
And you could level up to 100 in Dead Rising 4. But I don't really think that matters.
Well, I don't think any sensible person would spend that long.
Well, people do spend a long time trying to get to level 50. So, you probably don't doubt the people who are willing to do that.
Right. Is there something I'm missing? Oh, am I too early to be here? September 26th, 11 PM. Yeah, I'm still too early.
Yeah, you're too early for that. I was about to say you need $1 million just to get into that room. But I was saying about off the records version of the fight.
I vaguely remember the fight because I have played off the record, but I don't remember a lot of it. It was in recent years as well, so really I have no excuse for forgetting. Give me some money.
I like coming back to Dead Rising 1. I just like the novelty of playing it on the PS4, even though it was an Xbox exclusive.
I love the setting. I love Frank West as a character, as he is in the first Dead Rising. It's just generally a fun game to play, even with its high level of jank. It's fun.
Yeah, it's really a shame that they didn't fix the AI in the re-release.
Yeah. The AI is particularly the worst part about the original Dead Rising to me. Is the AI. Pretty much everything else I give a free pass to. I absolutely love the characters in the original Dead Rising. I love Brad and Jessica. I love Carlito, Isabella. They're just all kick-ass characters.
Really, the only character I actually liked was Leia, and that was it.
Leia.
And Frank.
Leia?
Leia, the one that lost her child in Willamette.
Oh. I'm trying to remember that. I'm having a hard
She
time
was a
remembering.
survivor.
All right. My memory goes as far as the story characters. Once I'm thinking about side activity characters, my memory's a bit hazy. I remember a few
I
of
like
the.
any survivor as long as you have the option of picking them up.
Well, I mean, I'm sure I've saved her at some point, but my memory is hazy. I've definitely beaten that one. I know I've beaten Dead Rising 1. I know I have. And I know I've gotten the true ending as well. So I remember having to go around and get all those fucking items. So I remember that I've done it, but... there are still chunks of it that I've forgotten.
It would be nice if there was a multiplayer mod for Dead Rising 1.
Yes.
If they were able to do it with Bully Scholarship Edition, I'm sure they could do it with the first game.
Wait, there's a multiplayer mod for Bully?
Yep.
Oh, ho, 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 ho. Suddenly an excuse to reinstall Bully.
It sucks on Windows 10. Make sure you get the fan-made patch for it first. Sushi, what are you doing? You're just rumbling your mic.
Sorry, yeah, that's I was messing around with my mic a bit. If it got on your nerves, Goblin. Still there, Goblin?
What?
Sorry for the noise from my mic.
It's fine. There's an unused sprinting animation in Dead Rising 1.
I could have used a sprint in that game, really.
I think it was only meant for the Mega Man costume.
Oh.
Super fighting robot Mega Man.
A fighting robot Mega Man! I can't sing.
Luz has
Hear
joined.
the German opening intro to Mega Man, the cartoon.
The Ruby Spears cartoon.
Keep close. This way.
Later on, I'll link it in the Discord.
Keep moving. Stick with me. Come on.
Oh, that wasn't a queen. Okay. Sometimes they move their arms around, but it's not a queen. Just a regular zombie. Stop messaging me! Stuart's scheme. Confront Stuart. Stuart has been riling people up, but I have to get back to the safe house and talk to him. Oh, what do you want, Stuart?
Mutiny!
Oh, another one of those, is it? I remember that in the first one. Having to deal with mutiny. They can go out if they like, they'll just all get killed. It's fine by me. I don't have to babysit everyone, you know. Oh, she wasn't at the door. Gotta go back and get Luz. At least they give you a little icon to know when they're close enough to the door.
Alright, I'll be back.
I'm probably gonna close off soon anyway, Goblin. I think I'm gonna...
I keep, like, pressing the button because I like hearing the sound that comes after it.
I'm thinking I'm gonna pretty much talk to this guy and then save. Oh, this was the guy who was stealing from the gambling machines. Yeah. And I'm an elderly grandmother from Hoboken that likes gay bars.
I wonder how many times it took them just to try and write that line.
Mutiny averted. Yeah. Right, I'm gonna save and then I'm gonna cut the stream off. Yeah. I streamed for a lot longer than I was expecting to, but that's because I like this game so much.
I'm watching 2 streams simultaneously.
Yeah, I could.
Kit Kat and Escape Route British.
I could watch Soy stream, but that Xanadu game isn't actually that interesting to me. But I'll probably pop by and say hello to him. Alright, click up the outro screen. Oh, and I'll do the outro as well. You all want to join in, you're more than welcome. Oh boy. I'm so warm. Do you want to join in on the outro? Or are you guys good? Sushi? Alrighty then.
Are you ready? Okay.
3, 2, 1, go. Until next time. If we live that long. Oh, nice sync there. I like that.
Work.